Jacksonville.
Hey, Jon. Every year in the tournament, obviously, if you lose, you know, it's your last game of the season. Now, if you lose, it's the last game of your career. How do you think that's going to
Well, I think I want it as much as you can want it. I think the key thing for me, and especially the guys, Lance and Brian, who was their last year, is not to put too much pressure on ourselves. And I think that's especially a big thing for me. You know, I might have done that a little bit in the ACC tournament, even though that's not even your last game. But for me, I'm going to try to do that and try to give to my teammates how bad I want it. You know, I know all of them want a lot too, but you know, that's the one thing I'm going to try to just spread and you know, for me, not put too much pressure on myself.
I was talking earlier about reminding you not to forget about your shot and running the team. Can you just talk about the mental adjustments you have to make to do what he's asking in that regard?
Yeah, I think I got away from that a little bit towards the end of the season. There's a lot going on, and you're playing so many games at a time. You don't get as much preparation mentally and physically. So once I bring the ball to the court, you know, my mindset needs to change, where naturally throughout the year I was just naturally thinking about scoring or shooting, and towards the end of the year I was just overthinking a little bit. You know, there's a lot more you're thinking about, calling plays, getting your teammates involved. So that's something try to focus on more in the tournament.
How do you do that?
I just think your mental preparation going into the game and really being in the moment. You know, Coach talked about that as, you know, you bring the ball to the court and you give it up. You know, your mindset has to change where you're hunting your shot coming off the screen, and you're not just coming off the screen to catch and, you know, get in the flow of the game. And it's just about being hungry and you know, just being your natural self. That's who I am as a player.
Jon, it's almost impossible to play as well on the road as you do in here. But did something happen after the first 10 minutes of the Maryland game where you guys really got back into it, made a game, and then obviously in a neutral environment for the most part in Greensboro, you won in crunch time when you had to? Was it the Maryland game, the last 30 minutes, or do you think something's happened recently to make you feel more confident?
I think we were in a good stretch even before the Maryland game. I feel this team's had a lot of confidence towards the last half of the year, and that's something where I think it shows, you know, when teams make a run or you get down in a game. You know, the confidence and the trust we have in one another, I think it shows up where we just don't fold and fall apart. And that's something I think, that's one of the reasons we've been more successful in the neutral sites and on the road.
Jon, is this the best team you've been on since you've been here? And if so, do you think it's more in shape to make a deep tournament run? Yeah,
it is. And the main reason for me is, well, Brian, first of all, for me has, I think, given just our whole team a lot of confidence. And then along with him, you know, Lance and then Miles and Mason coming off the bench, that's just a dynamic to our team we just haven't had since I've been here. And I think we're the most complete team that I've been on, you know, since I've been here. And the main reason is our defense and rebounding. It just keeps us in games when our offense isn't there. And when our offense is there, we have a chance to, you know, blow people out.
What do you pull away from those last 3 tournament losses that you experienced and how difficult they were?
Yeah, I think it has to do with a lot of what I just talked about with how we've been towards the end of the year when we've been playing on the road or at neutral sites. And, you know, you need to be tight, you need to be tough. And for our team, whenever West Virginia, you know, I remember those games pretty clearly, and West Virginia hit a 3 and then the shot clock, you know, my sophomore year. And after that, it just took the wind out of us, and we weren't tough enough to band together and get stops. And last year when Villanova started coming at us, we weren't tough enough to, you know, throw punches back at them. And so for our team, that's what it's all about in the tournament. When teams are going to make runs, you're not just going to blow everybody out. And when they do, that's when you need to, you know, be tough enough to handle that.
Talk about the mental pressure, trying not to pressure yourself too much. How do you, I mean, that seems like a hard thing to control. How do you quiet your mind and and make sure that doesn't creep in?
Yeah, I'm trying to not really do a whole lot this week. I'm not watching any shows that talk about college basketball and the tournament and for a 1 seed deserve to be a 1 seed, or for me, I'm just trying to really get away from it, but at the same time prepare myself so when I'm at that moment, it's not about putting pressure on myself. It's just about I know what I need to do. I feel comfortable, and especially with my shooting, I'm not going to put pressure on myself. So that's something I think I was doing recently, and I'm just going to go out there and let it fly and play with my teammates.
What are you watching?
Movies, anything. Obviously, you want to play, because you just want to play because you're excited. So for me, I'm just trying to watch movies and hang out.
Anything inspirational?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Do you have something to pop on?
Yeah, I'll figure some stuff out to get ready.
You referenced the West Virginia and Villanova. For you personally, do those losses, the 3 losses you've had in this tournament, kind of still burn with you?
Not at this moment. I think I've really tried to take each season as a new step, and for me, I look back at my whole career probably after this tournament, and I don't know how I'll feel then, but right now, I'm really just thinking of this tournament with just a positive attitude and really have no negative feelings about the past like that.
All right, thanks.